Hi everyone! Excuse my ugliness, but I wanted to film this part of this video for you to see how I did the makeup. I don't know if it will come out any good, we hope. I will post the picture that I'm gonna try to recreate on my face here, and I will allow you to see it. It is one that I got from Pinterest, and I'm dying to recreate it with these brushes that just came in from Amazon. They are 3 sets. We don't need all of them, but they're gonna be handy in the future. I also recently got these 2 face paints palettes, and obviously I want to do my eyes as well, themed as the hot cocoa cup, but the painting on my forehead will be the biggest challenge here because we have to make the cup here brown and beautiful with the thingy here. It has to be a whole work of art. And then we will have the eyes, and then we will have a beautiful red mouth. And that is inspired by a makeup that I saw of a leaf, and the leaf was on the forehead and the rest of the makeup was normal. So I want to do a similar thing. Okay, this is my first palette that I used greatly to create a makeup, and the white is very much out. I don't know, yeah, you can see it hit pan, and there's not much of it because I didn't use paint brushes for it. I used makeup brushes, and they kind of ruined the whole palette, or at least the colors I used. But here we have the red that we are gonna use, and the brown that we are gonna use, and we are gonna need some yellow, some white, a bit of mix and match. And we have here the second palette that I have in case the colors from the first palette run out. So now, without any further ado, let's get into the forehead makeup and face makeup, and let's do it. The makeup is done, and I'm so happy about how it came out. The cup is okay, I guess. My eyes are super stylish, the mouth is super good, so we're looking sexy today with a cup on our head. Filming this video is hard. I'm listening to The Queen's Gambit on audiobook, and it's so good. It's so good. I'm liking it very much, so it's very hard to be the one talking and not be the one listening. But we have to do this because today we are reviewing a wonderful book that is The Best Christmas Ever by Abbie Emmons, a YouTuber and writer that I love. I simply love her. I've discovered her channel a while ago, I think, and I was very in love with her videos and the concept of her videos, and I wanted to have something similar, and I do in one of my channels. And I think that she's really great. She helps you with your writing process, as I try to do in my second/first channel, whatever. But I absolutely loved her, and she came out with another book very recently that is called The Best Christmas Ever, and I loved it so much, so I decided to paint myself on the forehead a cup of hot cocoa because it's what we are feeling in that book. I will, as always, leave the link to a blog post that I did on the topic. as I wanted to do is to do a comparison between her first book and second book. So she started with 100 Days of Sunlight and now has The Best Christmas Ever. 100 Days of Sunlight is personally my favorite because there's a lot more conflict that needs to be resolved, and I think there is a bit of conflict in the second book, but the second book is very much filled with love, thing that the first book is not. And in the first book there is love, but there is the discovery of love, and they two spend a lot of time together and have to fall in love, and they have to admit to themselves that they've fallen in love. It very much involves the reader, and I liked it very much. With this book, when I read it, at times I thought, if we think it might be too sweet, but actually I think it's very suited to the characters. And on the other hand, she managed to talk about love, sweetness, sweet things in a way that is not too embarrassing, which is something that can be pretty difficult to do. So I really appreciated that, and I really liked it. And also, apart from that, we have the fact that it's a continuation of Tessa and Weston, so we see how their families play into the whole business. There is a mother-daughter relationship that has to come closer and to be re-established. So I think the topics of this book were very good, very sweet, and the whole book was heartwarming because there are topics that are perfect for the holiday season. And you can very much be connected with this book if you yourself are in love or have experienced love or want to experience love. But what I found in this book is that the two of them are basically perfect matches. So they have found each other, they are in tune with each other, and it's a beautiful thing, but not realistic at all times, because some people and their first experiences are not that good. And first experiences most of the time can be very much questionable, let's say. So yeah, that can be an obstacle. And it's not very much considered in the book, obviously, because there are those main characters that are very perfect, but it must be considered because some people might think, oh, my first experience is going to be the best of my life. But for most people, it's not. So be wary of that. I'm just looking at the fact that one of my eyeliner ones is not that beautiful. I will fix it afterwards. But as an overall, the language of the book also I thought was really appropriate, because we have always the clear sense of who's talking. Tess and Weston are two distinct voices, and they are going through something that is very much linked to their personalities. And I think that I love Weston the most because he is a bit more relaxed and Tessa is not. But at the same time, at the very end, where they have a massive fight and there are problems coming out of the massive fight, I thought it was solved quickly and it wasn't super realistic. But at the same time, it's very true that young people that fall in love are very much in love, so much that they don't really want to stay in a condition of not being in that wonderful state of bliss, and so they forgive each other very easily. So I absolutely think that this book was cool, extremely cool. I loved it, and I really hope that you like this type of video with the section of me putting my makeup on and the section of me reviewing the book. And if you do, let me know with a thumb up and a comment below. Visit my blog and subscribe to the channel. Oh, I'm so excited. I really hope that you liked this idea because I loved it, and I hope you enjoyed the review. Bye guys!